Hi, how are you? I hope you are all doing well. I hope you're thriving. Uh, Most of us will be thriving soon. Right now, we're going through some difficult times. I'm not sure where you are or when you're watching this video. Right now, I'm in Cleveland, Ohio. It's March 21st, 2023. Uh, Current events, a lot of people are talking about Trump getting arrested, and he's a president. He's an ex-president, but he's still kind of technically the president because the election was stolen. It was rigged. A lot of people thought that was bullshit. They said, "Oh, it's the big lie," and they do all their mirror magic on it, try to manipulate your mind so you don't realize what's going on. They pay a lot of people with pretty smiles and a lot of makeup to go on the news and just over and over repeatedly tell you that something's not true when it's true. The election was one of the worst, I would imagine, in terms of levels of corruption in history. At least this cycle of history that we live in. There's, proof. I'm not going to get into the details because it can get boring, especially after it's been going on for so long. But long story short, the deep state, the Satanists, the out of balance ego, the opposite of love, the people who are trying to harm and take for themselves, that group of people have been rigging elections for a very long time. We haven't had a fair and honest election in a very long time. That being said, these people are trying to arrest Trump. We'll see what happens. If they do, he's going to spin it on them anyway because he's exposing corruption. Our world, the world that you live in right now, and I live in right now, if you're watching this currently or close to it, it's not what we're told, nor near what we're told. We have all been lied to on levels that most of us don't want to admit to. And it's when somebody tells you it, and a little bit even, a lot of people get mad. They get their ego pops up and says, "Hey, I know that's too big of a shift. I can't change yet. I need to take a smaller bite," and they'll ignore whatever you say. I mean, I've been seeing this for years. When the pandemic first started, before it started, we told people, like, guys, they're going to plan on doing this. They need an excuse to get a shot into your body with poison in it to work the 5G network to track you and make digital currency. And now we're seeing it all unveil right now. The central bank digital currency, the 5G towers are pretty much everywhere now. They put them in the street lights. They put them on street corners. They started doing it in front of schools and apartment buildings where the most dense, soft targets that they can hit. It's a terror attack, really. If you get down to it, it is a terrorist attack. The deep state infiltrated our governments a long time ago, turned them into corporations. They're not even governments anymore. Once they started using fiat money, they've lost all credibility, and they're basically like another company, like FedEx or UPS. Nothing against those particular companies, just saying that's what the United States Inc., it's basically its power right there. But people are brainwashed. We thought that it was a country, a country, but a republic. A lot of people thought it's a democracy, but that's, again, they're brainwashing. Democracy is mob rule. You don't want a democracy. When Hillary Clinton or any of these corrupt people, Obama, the Pope, any of these people are out there saying, we need democracy, fight for democracy, that's not what you want. Democracy is mob rule, and if you cheat in the elections, you become the mob and you rule. That's what they do. That's why they say, we want democracy, our democracy. They're talking about Washington, D.C., District of Columbia, D.C. That area is the corporate grounds. They own the corporate land there. Well, that's a debate for another day. But long story short, that's what they're talking about. That group of people, beings, are the ones that poison your food. They poison your water. They poison your education. Hollywood, Disney. They're poison all of these things that have potential to be great. Disney could be amazing. We could be teaching kids, all of us from birth right there, that's programming. Birth is what a ship does. You don't even want to use that word. The moment we're born, from that moment, even before that, in the womb, we could have certain harmonic, symphonic frequencies, orchestras, like the old bagpipes, not bagpipes, but the brass pipes that they had in churches, organs. They called them organs because they're good for your organs. I don't want to get too off the tangent, but the point is, it's all encompassing. The deep state has been trying everything they can do to poison you, because you are beautifully powerful. You are infinitely powerful. Whoever you are, wherever you're at, you have the potential to be infinitely powerful. Love in your heart, love in your gut, love in your head. That source love. You can create and manifest and just glow with that love that we all have in us. They don't want you to know that. They want to take that knowledge from you. They want to put a cloud over it. They want to mirror it, mirage it, matrix it, put a matrix over it. Or net. That's what they do. So, by knowing that and knowing thy enemy, which is really not an enemy anyway, they're just a form of ego, out of balance ego, which is all of us. Just like we're all God, we're all part of that illusion. When we create the illusion and you feed it, however you feed it, you're creating it. So it's nothing to hate or be mad at. It's stop feeding it. Pull back. Bring your energy back into your heart. I mean, your energy is always in your heart, but focus on that more than feeding the outside, the matrix. And I know most of us have been addicted to it for a long time, so it's harder to do. But if you want to know the true path home, that's the path. Love in your heart. And that's what helps us manifest a beautiful garden here again. We could heal this whole world again. We already are. We're working on it now. There's already people cleaning the oceans up. Now, again, when everything when good things happen, these deep state, the name stealers they call them, they try to ride on that energy, that momentum, and they'll skew it to their way. Literally. COVID, the pandemic. Oh, people aren't healthy, they're not eating good, and these 5G towers are affecting them, so take a shot, which is more poison. No. If people are getting sick, look at why they're getting sick. The frequencies surrounding us, the poison we're ingesting, and the out-of-balance lifestyles we're living. Instead, they could have went on TV and said, hey, folks, some people aren't feeling too well. We see there's a lot of poison in the environment. We're going to remedy that by removing the poison, not giving you more of it, because that would not solve the problem. It's quite simple. It's remarkably simple. But if you're a poisoned, manipulated, brainwashed person, it seems impossible. So this is another one of my videos to snap us out of it, myself included. I've, like I said, over 58 procedures since 2010. I was the guinea pig of guinea pigs, man. The doctors just butchered me and literally tortured in every sense of the word for 15 years straight. It was more than that, but the surgery operations were 15 years. I've been in pain since I was 7, which that's been 30 years. That being said, I'm waking up. I'm rubbing the sleep out of my eyes. I'm removing the toxins from my body. I'm cleaning up. And you see it clear as day now. So back to current events. Right now, they've been doing train derailments. The deep state, that's who they is. When everyone asks, who's they? Well, it's the deep state, Satanists, out of balance, ego, whatever name you want to give them. The opposite of love. That's what they are. They're doing train derailments. So if you need to know long-term plan, what they're trying to do, look up Agenda 2030, Agenda 2050, even 2040, 2021, which, that's already passed. That was the COVID, the pandemic. They are literally trying to poison the landscape out in the rural areas and remove all the people from them and crowd us into 15-minute cities. A 15-minute city is a nice name of open-air prison, basically. That's what it is. They want to give you a chip in your body, which the graphene oxide in the shots are already doing that. So a lot of you, whoever got the shots, multiple ones, especially if you're on booster number 7 and you're still riding it out. Again, I'm not laughing at you because over 58 procedures in my spine. I get it. I've been there. But one day we'll hopefully be able to laugh about it and say, man, the 5th shot, the 6th, the 7th didn't do it either. What are we going to wait for? Just like me with the procedures. So I hope you guys don't get to 58. You wouldn't make it if you did, because that's just too much poison. That being said, that's a limitation. You are infinite. So who am I to say? Also, that being said, you can wake up before that we get there. Because right now, that's what they're trying to do with the central bank digital currency, the train derailments. They want to poison or tell you the land's poisoned and not poison all of it. They'll poison some of it, but not all of it. Because they want the land for themselves. They want to grow their own food and live themselves. They want to wipe out as many of us as they can. A lot of people refer to it as the Goyim, and the people who are just living their lives. Honest people just trying to make ends meet and live. And really, that's how they look at us, is we're not good enough. And it's sad, but that's how a lot of people look at us. And we don't really need to fear or stress about any of it. All we need to do is be aware of it and start remedying it. That's why this is happening. It's literally happening for you to heal and come back home and heal the world as you're doing it. So we got off the deep end a little bit. Everything got poisoned. Not everything, but a lot of things got poisoned, including us. And brainwashed, and morality was going out the window. They're attacking the family unit and just doing some painful shit. Well, we can remedy that by healing, by removing the toxins, taking care of the family unit more, honoring thyself, knowing thyself. That's how you really heal. So we'll see what happens if Trump gets arrested. If he does, the deep state, the Satanists, they will start riots with people wearing MAGA clothes. They're not MAGA. They're not for Trump. They're hired guns. They're the deep state, Antifa. Unfortunately, even a lot of the Black Lives Matter group, this is what they do. They tell you, hey, we're for the people. Let's help black people, help white people, help Hispanic people. Well, most people don't say, well, help white people right now, but help Hispanic people, help the immigrants, whatever. But as they're saying that, they're doing the opposite. They tell you they're helping this group, but they're actually hurting them long term, while they're using that group to become racist against other groups. So it's literally tainting the path. Like vegetarian and vegan. Vegetarian's a very healthy way to live, but vegan is, in my truth, is vegan is too far. You don't get the healthy fats that you need. So it's a manipulation, a lot of these things that they're doing. And that's the same thing with the central bank digital currency, the same thing with Trump trying to arrest him, same thing with, name it, the geoengineering they're doing, the 5G towers, all of it. They say, oh, it's for faster internet. It's not faster. The LAN cords that we use already are faster. It's just because the graphene oxide in the shots in your body react. I see a mosquito out here already. Holy cow. March 21st, first mosquito. Put it on the books. It's crazy. I hope it's not a Bill Gates one. They're modifying bugs too. They're literally creating bugs that can give you a shot or transmit a shot by biting you. And this is where a lot of the malaria and everything comes from. These people have been doing this for a long time. So that's what they're doing with these train derailments. That's what they're doing with election fraud. All of this stuff. It's all connected. And that's the thing that scares a lot of people. They don't want to believe that it's connected. There's a lot. There's 2 or 3 mosquitoes out. There's 3 on my windshield right now. Damn. I'll roll my back window up. So, you can't heal everything. All disease is curable. We can heal this country completely. We can thrive again. We will thrive again. We are going to thrive again. What we need to do, my dog's barking. What we need to do is be aware of what's going on and then remedy it. So, that being said, I love all of you. I'll let you go. Know thyself. Heal. Be well.